Hello, I'm AxelMC131 and welcome back to Behind the Blocks in Minecraft 1.9. And I've had a request. Oh god, chunk loading. I'm gonna have to let you ignore that. I've had a request from a viewer on one of my old videos on my what was it? My random loot chests video, which is quite old. It was one of my very first command creations, and they asked for a tutorial of it, and that's quite old and outdated, so I decided that I wouldn't do that. I'd try and come up with like a new 1.9 system, and I've mucked around a bit and come up with a few ideas, but what I have for you is a one command for a somewhat related, but mostly new creation, and that is this thing called supply drops. Now this is one command, there will be a link to a Pastebin in the description. It's fairly short as one commands go, so we're just going to paste it in here. I have it on my clipboard, set that to always active, and bang! There we go. Supply drops been successfully installed, created by yours truly, and I did compile this with Mr. Goretto's fancy 1.9 command combiner. So it was nice to get a chance to use the 1.9 one, which I haven't actually yet. But what this does, there is a help thing if you don't fully understand it, but basically what it does is it lets you call in literally supply drops. If you've played any like first-person shooter games where you have like the ability to do that, you'll know what I mean. But basically you can say, hey, I need some extra supplies, and they will be airdropped into you. Not even kidding. There isn't a plane. They just fall from the sky. But I'll show you how that works. So this is very simple. There's no custom equipment that you need. All you're going to need for this is a redstone torch and ender pearls. And you don't need anything more than that except for like where you place them. Now, the way it works is that when you place a redstone torch down, that is going to get really frustrating, but I hope that you can deal with that if I just look over this direction. The way that it works is that when you place a redstone, you can place a redstone torch down on a block, like that, and then if you drop an ender pearl on it, it will trigger a supply drop. Now, the block that you place the redstone torch on will actually change what type of supply drop it creates. At the moment, there are only 3 different types. Grass is one of them, and it will also work with cobblestone and also a gold block, and they will all create different kinds of supply drop. However, they are all random to a degree, and that's because I've been using the loot tables. This is basically my practice using loot tables, and I think they're absolutely wonderful things. Since they were added. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how this works. So if I place down a redstone torch facing upwards and drop an ender pearl on it, bing! A survival kickstart supply drop is inbound to your location. And it breaks the redstone torch, and then this dropper drops from the sky. And the survival kickstart is the one that appears when you place it on grass, and it literally gives you the items that you will find in the bonus chest if you start a survival world with a bonus chest. It will give you exactly the same randomized items. Now, I'll show you again just so you can see where it actually comes from. It spawns it in the sky. So if I do this again, whoop, and thump, and it drops it again. And this one's got more randomized items. You can see that the items are in fact different. They are randomized as per the bonus chest. Now, the 2 other types, they're a little simpler, I suppose. The cobblestone one is an ammunition drop, and this literally drops arrows. And the way I've got this randomly set up is that it drops the loot table for a jungle temple dispenser. So the traps that have a jungle temple in a jungle temple where there's a tripwire and it trips a dispenser when you step on it, which then shoots arrows at you. And you can see, well, the random amounts are pretty low. Like I've had as low as 2 arrows, and then it's as I just threw an ender pearl, as high as 10 sometimes. So that is completely random as well. And then the final one is the gold block, and this is rare tools, and this one actually uses the fishing treasure loot table. So it can give you enchanted bows, name tags, enchanted fishing rods, saddles, and enchanted books, I believe. And it will give you like 1 of those. So we've got a name tag there. We can do the same thing over here. Here comes another one. And now we've got an enchanted fishing rod. Pretty sweet. Let's drop another one down here. There we go. And we've got a saddle. And they also get enchanted bows and things. So that's pretty cool. So I'll just go and break all of these out of the way. And just... oh god. Kill all the items. And clear and give me back a redstone torch. And yeah, because this only uses a redstone torch and an ender pearl, it is completely survival friendly. So if I just go grab myself a gold block again, because that's not going to be as easy to get in survival. But if I just go game mode 0, which is survival mode, I can place this redstone torch down. It's like, I'm in an emergency, or if you're on a server as well, and you like want to give someone some new supplies, but you don't want to have to go out of the way to make them, you can just chuck an end pearl down on a redstone torch on some grass, and you'll get this lovely thing. And it will give you the redstone torch back, not the ender pearl, and you'll get all these lovely supplies here. Wow, check that out. And yeah, you can do all of that in survival. So let's do the ammunition one. Here we go. And we've got arrows, got 7 arrows from that, and we'll do the rare tools one again. Whee! Splat. There we go. Check that out. Wow, see, this is the combinations you can get. I mean, that and an ammunition thing. This is what you want. Now, if I just go into game mode 1 again, I'll show you one extra thing that you may want to know about this, which is that you can actually just repeatedly stack them. They will. You can have multiple ones of them falling at once. So if I put down like a line of redstone torches here, and then drop a ender pearl on each one, so let's try and go ding, 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 ding. It'll just drop, 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 drop. So it will support multiple ones in the world at a time. And as you can see, here's a little bit of the randomizing example there. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, once again, if you want, oh my, this is what happens to signs with chunk loading errors. It's kind of cool. I wish that this was a feature in the vanilla game where you can make the signs invisible but keep the text. I would love that. But yeah, once again, if you ever get stuck, the help there will give you basically a very brief description of what I've explained. And then if you really want, you can, of course, destroy the machine and it will no longer work. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that you will definitely try this. I'd strongly recommend trying it in a survival world, but also maybe a multiplayer survival world, because it could be quite useful for helping out new players rather than giving them new stuff. And I think it could also be quite fun on a multiplayer server where you have people doing big battles and things, and you need supplies really quickly. So you can just say, hey, we need some more arrows. We'll drop an ammunition supply drop and bring those in. And yeah, I hope that you guys will find some uses for this. There will probably be more different types of supply drop coming in the future, so I will probably update this later on and add more than the 3 existing drop types that exist at the moment. But yeah, until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been XLMC131, and I will see you next time.